Hey friendos, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Matt, and we are back with some more mobile gaming. And as you can see, we're actually back with some Nikke, Goddess of Victory. Now, we're going to do an account tour a little later on, but first off, oh boy, we need to talk about this story, because holy heck, like, for those of you who haven't been keeping up, like, after Goddess Fall, and after the PTSD that gave pretty much most of the community with everything that happened in Goddess Fall, we were kind of thinking, yeah, maybe we'll get a nice reprieve for Christmas. Maybe we'll get a nice, little happy wintertime story. No, this is Nora. I mean, this is young Nora, but this is Nora, who we met with Celine in the two-part story we've had with her. First off was just her kind of being annoying, and then her and Celine kind of just eventually bonding. And then Celine gave her the ticket to say you can travel anywhere on Infinity Rail. And yeah, then we get this amazing, like, deep, moving, and like really sad story about her coming to the surface, like getting dementia, which was really well done, I have to say. Like, hardly any video game touches on the topic of like dementia or anything like that. And for them to have done it the way they did with Nora, her kind of losing her memory, not remembering or recognizing people, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So big ups to Shift Up for the way that they dealt with that. And then to get this lovely story of her coming back, but then like her deciding, no, I'm actually gonna die here, and then kind of just like asking us to like bury her with her fella. God damn, it's like we've literally only just gotten over everything that happened with Goddess Fall, losing Haran, losing Isabel. Possibly we might have lost some other members as well. We don't know what's going on with Scarlet and Rapunzel. I mean, Scarlet might be okay, but I think Rapunzel could be just completely gone. And then we have to go through this. It's like, holy crap, you're just laying it on thick. You're going to give us all PTSD, Shift Up. It's like, when are we going to get some happy stories? And yes, as you can tell, I am one of those annoying weebs who has it on in subs, because I just love the original VAs. Also, something that I don't think gets talked about so much with Nikke, a lot of people just go, oh, it's the Guna game, the Guna game. Listen to this soundtrack. I mean, I've played other, like, top tier games with quality soundtracks, your Final Fantasies, Nier Automata, Episode 33, Expedition 33, Silk Song. This is right up there with them. And for a mobile game, this soundtrack is absolutely goated. It is god tier. So good. I mean, the animation is obviously really good as well. But anyway, yeah, enough of the PTSD and the sadness. Let's actually get into the actual game proper, because yes, like I say, I've been playing this free to play for probably just about 6 months now. I think I started just as they were running the Nier Automata rerun. So we're going to do an account tour. I'm going to go through, we've got a couple of different things. As you can see, we have Claire as our main page, because being a huge Resident Evil fan, that was a big one for me. Yeah, we had to have the Guna Rosanna one there, but also we have to have Jill as well. Like I said, the big Resident Evil fan. We have Rappy. I just love this Cowboy Bebop style song. I just thought it goes quite well with her. And then we've got this recent one as well, just because it's a really nice one, and I think especially because it's kind of got that like sort of wintertime vibes. And then we have, you can see I'm taking a little bit of inspiration from Zeoxys, your boy, because this is how he does his account wars. So I thought, oh, well, why not show off something similar? So you can see the banner here and the profile. I was a big fan of Rosanna until I got Nyusa just recently. She was my main like Burst 2 character. So we had her built up. And here we have our roster. So we've done quite well in terms of actually pulling characters, considering that we've been free to play and we haven't been playing for that long. Like I said, about 6 months roughly. So these are the characters that we now all have in our synchro drive. I'm quite happy with most of them. There's a few characters who I've got favorited because I've only kind of recently started getting into like actually watching the videos and understanding like the meta of the game and who to really build and who to stay away from. So you can see here I've got a few characters favorited who are really going to sort of, you know, take that account to the next level. The most recent one is actually Helm. You can see we have her here for when we can get her favorite item, but obviously until we have her unlocked a few times and get her like to 3-star with her cores, we can't do too much with her. We did get the recent Brid silent track. We didn't have any luck in getting Diesel though. We only pulled for her a couple of times. I was actually trying to pull for Guillotine, not Guillotine, Maiden more, because she's apparently like really strong, but we pulled a few multis and didn't get anywhere. And then you can see we have a bunch of characters who were just sat not in the synchro because they're just trash. Although Sakura, the summer version, is really good, so I have her up there as well. So let's get into our top characters then. You can see we've mostly got Jill Overspec. She's our best character. We've got 3 of her 4 gears in Overload, and then you can just see the roles that we've got. We've only locked a couple of them. We haven't gone all the way with all of the gears, and we haven't obviously finished them yet. We're still lacking like quite a few cores before we can get her completely finished. And then you can see we've obviously gone and got her skills maxed out. So that is Jill. We did get her free uniform. Like I say, we're probably not going to be spending money in this game, at least not until like we're in like for the long haul. So I tend to not spend money in the first 6 months of the game, and then if I'm enjoying it, I'll be like, yeah, okay, the devs definitely deserve it, and then spend money that way. So we didn't get her RE5 look, which is a shame. Okay, and then we move on to Nayuta. Again, we've managed to get all 4 of hers on Overload, and then again it's just a question of just re-rolling when we have the cores just to like max out her stats on these. Again, just really just looking for that elemental damage, and then we want to obviously just get her skills all 10-10-10 as well. Then we have Rappy Red Hood. I'm actually quite chuffed that I've managed to get her because she was difficult to roll for, but now that I have her, obviously we've got the rerun coming January 1st, 2026, thanks to the dev notes that were released yesterday. So being able to get her up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 core, whichever it is that we end up getting, if we can, fingers crossed, will be really helpful. So that's our top 3. Outside of that, originally it was just the 2 freebies. Obviously the characters that we get, Drake and Alice, who carried me through the early parts of the game. Obviously you get those characters for free anyway as part of the welcome 24 days or 28 days, whatever it is, bonus. And then you can see I did have Rosanna for the longest time. She was my burst 2 character. We had her really well, but she's a really good character. Unfortunately, she's just not a patch of Nayuta, so she did get replaced. But yeah, we have Drake at favourite item. We have Alice built up because she was free, and Jackal as our burst 1. She was actually our very first SSR. I was tempted to re-roll because like everyone was going, oh, you should get Dorothy. You should get Dorothy. I think it must have been Summer Dorothy or something. People were saying that I should go for, but I managed to get her, and people were like, oh, you should keep her for PvP. This is just in the Discord server that I was in at the time, so I was like, okay, sure. So that's our main team. Then you can see we've got our fire team here, Tactical Yunwa, Killer D, and then we have our lightning team, which is probably the strongest, or it will be if I can get these characters all fully built. That'll be my strongest team, because obviously Cinderella, Summer, Anise, Naga, and Jill. And then we have our wind team, which isn't the strongest. It could be stronger, but that's just because we haven't built up Little Mermaid. We only got her quite recently as well. And then again, the water team, pretty good because we managed to get Anchor and Mast. And then Helm, again, like I say, we just need to get her up a couple of stars because without it, we can't really do the favourite item, which is a shame. But apart from that, we're doing quite well. So like I say, we've got a bunch of gems because we're kind of saving for New Year's. We wanted to try and get Maiden. We pulled for her a bunch, didn't do too well. We got lucky with Brid. I think it was the first or second 10 pull that we managed to get her. So we kind of just decided, oh, we'll leave it there. And as you can see, we've got a few points left, obviously, before the end of the year to get one of Lita, Naga, and Alice. Obviously, Alice we finished doing, but then next year we know they're going to add Helm and Tia to that, so that's really nice. As for the wish list, we have a few characters that we're missing, understandably, considering how short we've been playing the game. We don't have the latest Celine, but the only sort of meta characters that we're missing, I guess, are going to be the tactical trio. So, like I say, we do have Yunhua, but we're missing Emma and Vesti. So hopefully we'll manage to get them at some point in the near future. And then from Mythalis, there's no one really strong that we want to get who's missing. Ein, Laplace, Maxwell. That's about it, really. Crow's trash. We all know that Crow's trash, so no one gives a two hoots about her. It'd be nice if we could get some more Quincy because you know that. Yeah. But apart from that, that's all for there. And then otherwise, like I said, it would just be like building up lighter. And then in Tesla, we've actually done all right for these. I think we just want... Do you know what? Actually, we can take Breddy off because we got Breddy. And everyone was going on about her. I think probably because she had the new uniform out in this past. But I don't think she's really good. She's not a character that does it for me. In fact, I find her really, really annoying. So we're going to take her off and we're just going to go for Bay dupes instead. And then Pilgrim and Overspec. As you can see, we're just missing Grave. And we're missing Crown. Liberalio. So any of those would be good. But like I say, considering that we've got Rappy Rerun coming in the very near future, that's going to help build her out. We do have Cinderella. We just need more dupes for her, and same with Little Mermaid. So that's the wish list. And then obviously whatever new characters we get coming too. In terms of the actual game itself, in terms of where we are in the game, we did manage to unlock the Surface beta, and I really, really hate this game. I know they talked about it in yesterday's dev notes that came out that you can see in the forum and on blah blah link, but as you can see, I have just not even bothered. I did start it, I unlocked a few things, and then I just kind of let the batteries die on these plots because I was like, oh, I'm not coming in every day just to run around and do stupid things. I found some of the mechanics are really frustrating, and it's an old trope. This whole, you have a base and then you have to gather resources to build up like the different troops and build up the medical bay and build up like construction, and this is kind of thing that we were seeing in like War Commander 10 years ago. Like, this is old mobile game stuff. We don't need this in 2025. So personally, I hope they get rid of it because it's absolute garbage. I thought we'd moved away from that in modern mobile games, but they're kind of them trying to bring it back is just a bad look. It's like, look, if I wanted to do that, I'll go play State of Survival, okay? But in terms of the actual story, you can see we have been hard locked on this stage for the longest time, 39, but we recently got over that 240 hump, which means that we got a big boost to our stats. We're now at 241, so I'm hoping we can do it this time. We only literally did this yesterday, got over 240, so hopefully we can do it. Usually what happens is in this stage, it's the little kamikaze ones who kind of like leap and try and kill you and themselves that always end up taking out my main characters. They'll take out my main DPS like Rappy or Jill, and then like the three who are left will just do no good. I'll usually be left with like Jackal Drake and Nyuta, then Nyuta will get... See, like that. They've just taken out Rappy Redhead. Ah, and they're probably going to do it again. So I've been stuck on this stage for about a good, like, 3 or 4 weeks now. Just coming in daily, just doing my dailies, you know, getting those Rapture cores, and then just, like, building up the Synchro device and hoping, like, this will be the day that I'm, like, strong enough to do it. Okay. Yes! Okay, we actually did do it this time. Finally, I really thought when those guys kamikaze the second time, that's usually when my team gets wiped. Oh, that's huge. Okay, it might not be huge for all of you, but you can see this is where we are at the story. So we're at the bit where we have found livering, we found a leg, and we're just looking for hammering. So yeah, that's awesome. That's the account tour. So there you go. That's where we are with Nikke at the moment after 6 months. Let me guys know if you want to see some more Nikke future content in 2026, because I can certainly do that. I think we're going to be moving away from our future fight. Until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.
We await your return, warrior.